Hey everyone, it's been a while, but I'm back here with a 18th place Drytron deck profile that I took to the Utah Regionals. I almost got my invite. I had a topping record, but unfortunately my tiebreakers weren't good enough to get me into that like 16th place cutoff. So a little unfortunate. 18th place, still not bad, especially because I haven't played this game, like played the TCG, since last November. And by last November, I mean of 2023. So yeah, for getting 18th place after not playing for over a year, I think is pretty solid. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the list. So I haven't played with the new Drytron cards. I literally got them day of the event, which was pretty cool. These cards are basically insane. But let's just go over everything. So we're playing 3 of the new guy, 3 new 2, 3 alpha, 3 zeta. These cards are just too good to not play 3 of copies of each. Maybe you can cut zeta like to 2, but like honestly that is like unheard of. I don't think that that is a very good idea. We have the 2 copies of Gamma and then the 1 copy of Delta. I was originally going to play 2 copies of Delta, and then I was also debating playing 1 Delta, 1 Beta, but honestly, they didn't come up enough for me to actually matter. There was like a time where like the Delta did get banished, actually twice, I believe, but like honestly, it didn't matter. Like it was like totally fine just playing the 1 copy. So I think that I wouldn't change that at all. I think that they're pretty good. If you want to like max out more names, you can definitely do that. But I definitely didn't want to. I think that the name count was really solid from what I played for like the actual like base names. For ways to get to the names, we played 3 copies of Emergency. This was a mistake, which I'll talk about. We also played 2 copies of Nova and 1 copy of Fafnir. So in the future, this should be another Fafnir. Just like 1 copy of this. Just play 2, 2, 2. I think that that is just like the best way to moving forward, because they're all hard ones per turn. So you would rather just have cards that like do better things for you, especially because Fafnir has a lot of application in this format against Ryziel to like reduce their levels. That actually like will come up. It's actually a really cool like interruption you can do against them. So I think that that's really important. Also, like Fafnir also can get you Medionis, and it's a way for your new 2 to become live on turn 3 or 4, depending on if you're going first or second. So I think that that is something that I'll be doing moving forward. We also played 1 copy of 1 for 1, 1 copy of Foolish, and 1 copy of Prosperity, just like the 1-of spells to get your names. This one was MVP, way better than I thought it was going to be. Foolish Barrel's a lot better than it used to be, because it used to be really bad because it played into like Bishals and stuff like that. It's like pretty good now, I would say. Also, like new 2 can just like bait something from the graveyard, so I think it's actually pretty important to play the Foolish Bureau. I think that it's pretty good. And then the Prosperity, this is also like a love-hate relationship with this card, because like you can't like draw that turn, so like your Delta gets turned off, and more importantly for what happened to me in this tournament is my Talents turned off. I Talents drew 2, drew into this, and I can't activate it, which was a little unfortunate. Yeah. For rituals, we played the Medionis, the Dad, and the Draconids. There was another guy at the Utah Regional that was playing Drytron. He was on 2 Dad. And if you are watching this, please reach out to me. I would like to see your list and possibly feature on the channel. I don't know if he topped. I don't believe so, but I did see him round 7. He was at the same tables as me, so there's a possibility he did. I don't know, but if you're watching this, please reach out to me. I would love to have you on the channel. 3 copies of Ben 10. This is kind of weird. I probably should play 2, but we're playing 3 specifically because we're on the Arcana Force package. Moving forward, or I guess during games like 2 and 3, I would just like side 1 out and it was like fine. Except when you're going first, of course. But yeah, I think that the 3 is like a little bit overkill. You could get away with playing 2. 1 copy of Diviner. Card's great. I'm not playing 2. I think that it's fine. I was originally going to play Vanity, but decided not to because I lost it, and I just decided not to. 3 copies of Thrust. This card's insane. Overperformed all day. Also, Talent's insane. I probably would bump this up to 2 moving forward, because there's a lot of times where you can like take the duo drive, the Ryziel duo drive, attack over the other guy, and then their field spell's dead, and then you make a Zeus, and then you just Zeus the whole board, and that is insane. So keep that in mind. That's like actually just broken. It's like instant way to just out the Ryziel board with like using no cards of your own, basically. Maybe just, I mean, you have to bait it to get them to activate Talents, but other than that, you like use no cards of your own. Featherstorm, Overperformed all day. If I got interrupted on my basic combo, I would just thrust into this. You're playing 4 copies of it basically with the thrust. So yeah, and then you would just skip their turn basically. It was just another form of skipping their turn. Broken. One call by, didn't draw it, but is insane when we're playing a billion hand traps in this format. 2 copies of Book of Eclipse. Card overperformed as well. You would just like book their field and then just like Zeus them, get rid of everything. It was great. Dark Ruler No More is just like a one of search target off of talents, and then the 3 copies of Droplets. Droplets was really good. I did a damage step thing with it today. It was actually really funny. That almost never comes up. Moving on into the side deck or extra deck. 2 Fafnir. I almost want to play 3 of this, but I think the 2 is great. 1 Fuko, 1 Downerd, 1 Zeus. These are like standard. You basically have to play them. Fuko especially because of the Harpy's Featherstorm. 1 Anima, broken, really good. We have to play this because of Link Ribbon now anyways. IP, SP, I borrowed it. Shout out to Tanner for letting me borrow your SP. It was great. It was amazing. It came up like almost once a match. It was crazy. 1 Dynamondo, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Access Code. Cards are insane. I play Phoenix specifically because it's a fire target for Access Code, as well as just being like another way to remove back row. Honestly, it's kind of mid. You could replace it with something, but I think for the moment, I think that it's good where it stands. Next we have the Dragster for a level 7 target for the Diviner. Since we aren't making like Beatrice anymore, you kind of just want to go into Synchros instead. So you have the Dragster. We also have a Black Rose as another utility option. Black Rose didn't come up for me today. I wish it did. There was like a time where I could have made it, but I think that it was just better for me to do other stuff like make SP in that specific scenario. Entis Arclight, which was really good. I actually got Dogmatica Maximus, so I sent both of these, and he was like, oh, and I was like, yeah, that's right. It was pretty cool. We're on the turn skip. So in the side deck, we're playing the turn skip. We side into this going first in game 2 or 3. And ideally, you just turn skip them and then win the match on the spot. That's the concept. So we side into those, and we also side into these 3 cards just to like help going first. So basically, you just take out the Droplet, Dark Ruler, and the 2 Book of Eclipse. That's 6 targets right there. So you just replace these 6 for these 6. And it's honestly fine. This doubles as being any of these guys because... So basically, to perform the FTK... or the turn skip rather, you have to get to both of these guys, and then you have to have 3 monsters on board. It seems like it's a lot, but honestly it's not really, because your Drytrons are putting the names on the board the whole game anyways, and then your Ben 10s will search you to these, because the Ben 10 can search this, which bridge you into this. So Ben 10 gets you this and this. With being new to, you can't like ritual summon for Ben 10, so you have to draw a Ben 10. So you have to draw a Ben 10, tribute the Ben 10, and then search this, and then you have a alpha that searches the other Ben 10, which you tribute to search this, and then this searches this, and then you perform the FTK. That's the whole concept. Additionally, you have terraforming, which can bridge you into the light barrier. It can also bridge you into Fafnir. So you have an additional name as well as a way to FTK. I'm going to say FTK instead of turn skip because it's just easier to say for me. We also have Preparation of Rites, which is another way to get into Ben 10. Originally, there was just 2 Preparation of Rites, but I really wanted to play the Talents. And so if you got hand trapped, you could just draw 2, and then ideally you would just draw into more cards that would just suit your engine a little bit better. Because in my experience, I was drawing Ben 10 a lot more often than I was needing to, I guess. Because if you really think about it, you need to draw any combination of one of these guys, basically any of these guys, plus like a way to play. And so you have, what is that, like 8 targets that you just need to draw one of, and then your alpha will search you your Ben 10 to get to whatever you're missing. So it's actually a lot of targets. It's a way more than probably necessary. So that's why I was like, I would rather play a Talents rather than the 9th target to get me there. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes a lot more sense. There was a lot of times where you draw like 2 of these cards. But yeah. For the rest of the deck, we're playing Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm evenly, just for like the back row matchups. Honestly, none of these came up. Would have been cool if they did, but they didn't. 3 Raw Sphere modes. I didn't draw these all day either, which is kind of silly. But yeah, it was mostly just Zeus Turbo for me today. And then just like other random one-ofs, we played the Lancia, Consecrated Light, and the Quadrantids, because I had a last spot in the extra deck, and I was thinking of this. Actually, I had like 2 free spots. I was thinking these because this can stop Bestials, and it like also hurts Malice, which I didn't play against at all. But yeah, you just normal it, and then it stops Bestials, and then you could make Fuko with it because it's level 1, which could be really cool. And then from there you can Harpy's Featherstorm. That was I guess the idea. But yeah, that's the list. But yeah, that's really about it. If you guys have questions, let me know, and I'll be answering everything in the comments. It's good to be back. Hopefully I will start playing this game a little bit more, but we'll see. I was not too fond of prices and everything else about this game, but we'll see how things go in the future. Leave a comment if you have anything in the any questions about this deck, and thanks for watching. Oh, one other thing, I may do a combo tutorial if people request it enough. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.